In today's society, we have a problem which has reached epidemic proportions. Crime has become a way of life, and we are victims, or we live in fear of it. The reasons for this are many. Today, we will examine one of the causes on this show.
I don't have an algorithm. I talked about this before. I did a whole video on it. It has Grok AI Annie as the thumbnail, and it says, I don't have an algorithm. And you should watch that one because it's about you. But even without an algorithm, the videos that I would seek out from the channels that I like, it's not doing my mental health any good, I don't think. And I started recognizing that not only the kind of videos that I've been making, but the kind of videos that I like, that I sought out, are not good for me. So I wanted to do videos that aren't just complaining about stuff. And like, I was on the lookout. I just wanted to see a video that was funny. I just wanted to see something that was funny without being about making fun of like Joe Rogan's friends or any of that kind of thing, or guess what happened to iDubbbz, or what. I don't care, you know, like I don't want to see any of that stuff. Guess what, Pot Awful's making fun of Mersh again. I'm like, I mean, I used to watch those things. I don't want to see that shit anymore. And so I stopped. And then I just stopped watching a lot of the things that I used to like or seek out, like channels that I liked. And I feel like my life is better for it. And it reminds me of when I stopped watching the TV news. I remember when it happened a long time ago. I started getting stressed out by the TV news or even the Daily Show. I was like, I don't know what it is about the Daily Show with Jon Stewart, but I don't like it. And I feel like they're trying to, like, people are getting their news from the Daily Show, and there's something wrong with it, even though I didn't know how to talk about it now. I mean, I didn't know how to talk about it then, and now everybody knows that that's, you know, it's just propaganda, and it's not good, and we're supposed to feel bad. And everybody knows that the news is supposed to make you feel, across the country, all news is the same news. I have a video on that too, all news is the same news. Go look up that one. And you can just see news broadcasts across the country from TV news, and they're just all reporting the same story with the same words and inflections, and it's really creepy and weird, but it's also kind of funny and silly. And when Conan O'Brien was on TV, if anybody remembers that guy, he used to do compilations of it on his Conan O'Brien show. He would say, here's all news is the same news this week, and then he would show you that everybody was reporting on the same, using the same damn words with the same inflections in their voice to talk about maybe you'd like to buy yourself something for Valentine's Day, all across the country. And it's insane, and it's kind of funny, but it's not funny when you think about how it's true. And when, you know, there's like serious stuff on the news that isn't funny, and they're all reporting it the same way, no matter whether it's a liberal bented news or conservative bented news, or just your local, you know, sleepy little burg wherever you live or whatever. And it's all the same across the country. So I remember probably around the same time as the breakup, honestly. and I was like, I don't want to watch the news anymore. So all the time when anything would come on with the news or whatever she was watching, I'm like, I don't want to see that. Or I'd get up and I'd leave, and then she noticed, like, you don't want to see any of this stuff, do you? I'm like, no, I don't know why. It just bothers me. I'm just sick of this shit. I didn't know why I didn't like it, or even why it kind of made me like a little bit fearful or something, I guess. That I didn't want to watch the news. So I stopped. But now, because of the way that the internet's designed, I didn't realize, I mean, I knew this intellectually, but I didn't realize that I had been seeking out like stuff that's not good for me, like seeking out, like I want to hear the horrible gory details. Like, I'm not looking up like when Charlie got sacrificed on Shabbat. I haven't seen that. I didn't watch him get sacrificed by the Skeksis from Skexreal and all that shit. Go watch my Dark Crystal review video if you want to know what I'm talking about when I talk about the Skeksis in the Crystal Castle in the desert that drink the vital essence of the people of the planet. I'll give an example. Here's what I mean. When Charlie got sacrificed on the Shabbat as atonement for the sins of the Kabbalists, I made a video for that, and instead I directed you to a video of legacy media validation. Go watch my Charlie video. And my video is just saying, go watch Legacy Media Validation and go subscribe to him and get his subscribers up, because his channel's way better than mine and he has less subscribers than me, and it doesn't make any sense because his videos are really funny and they're good. And he talks about movies and stuff, but when he gets real, like he showed you brain scans. He said, here's Charlie Kirk, here's brain scans. This is why people are making these disgusting videos where they're gloating about someone's public execution. But I had a video on that. I had, maybe I'll tack it onto the end of this video. I'll change the color of it or something to make it unappealing so maybe you won't watch it. I'll put it in sepia tone or something. So I had a video on Charlie's sacrifice and occult energy accumulation. I talked about Wilhelm Reich and his orgone accumulators and energy harvesting and Taylor Swift, and that's where my video went, talking about how Charlie was literally executed. They cut his throat like a sacrifice, like they would do in the old days and all that stuff. So, and there's so much more people talk. I knew that people were going to talk about it so much and focus on it because they kind of want you to focus on it. That's part of the energy harvesting stuff. They want everybody talking about what they did to Charlie. And I didn't want people to look away from it, because it's good that you would realize that it's the Skeksis from the Crystal Castle in the desert that are evil, and that probably will kick off World War III or something. So, if they can't have their way, then they'll try and break everything for everyone just to shut them up, whatever you want to believe. So I'm tired of making videos about this kind of shit. So I thought, I've been struggling with this for a long time, so forgive me if I stumble in making this video. But I kind of just wanted to make something, like, if I am funny, in the description of my channel it says sit down, stay home comedy from the realm of the shadow band. I think that's my description. I know the sit down, stay home comedy part is there. And that's a tweet. Like, sit down, stay home comedy now is a tweet. People hone their comedy skills without the club. Okay, maybe you're not in a comedy club in front of an audience of drunk people, but you're on your phone and you're making a tweet and you get immediate feedback. And if you say it first, then you get the credit. People had their careers, like people make their living because they had funny tweets. Some people made their careers stealing other people's tweets and making a persona or whatever for themselves by stealing other people's tweets, and that's how they made their money. And then they get busted, and then there's probably some people that got away with it. But it's really easy to be a wit. You just you can be funny and hone your skills. It used to be a comedian writing in a notebook on paper in the olden days. And then you look at your notebook and then you go up and do your 5 minutes at your open mic. And now it's just, I'm going to do a tweet. It's just immediate, goes out there. And I think that's how a lot of people make videos. Like, my videos are sloppy and they have dead pixels, and I don't care because this is like, I'm basically a vlogger. But I would like to take time to craft videos more carefully. And I thought, well, if I'm gonna make videos, I'm tired of I'm not making daily slop. It's just that my videos, whenever they come out, I guess they're the slop of whatever day they come out. They're not in trending, and I have no illusions that I'm gonna get into an algorithm. I suppose anything's possible, but even if my videos did get into the algorithm and a lot of people saw them, what am I gonna get out of that? just more people leaving crappy comments as I have a couple people watch them, and sometimes they leave really cool, thoughtful comments, and they link me to other things that I would like, and I like that. You know, so it's just like, you know, like I guess they say the more people that would know about you, the more people will shoot arrows at you. And I'm not trying to make money. I'm not trying to sell you a Jesus t-shirt or whatever. I don't like it. I like the people that make those videos, but I don't want to buy your Jesus t-shirt. And I don't think it would be nice to just do sit down, stay home comedy and make videos about that, but it's mostly complaining. I have another video that I don't know if it will come out when you see this one, but I have another video called Grist for the Mill. I think I have Nick Cage as a thumbnail. He's going crazy in Vampire's Kiss. And the thumbnail I wanted to use for that video was a woman that was an ABDL, it's adult baby diaper lover, and I wanted to just use her thumbnail. And then the caption was Grist for the Mill. I may change the thumbnail. So anyway, I did a video, is it right to just grind up other people fucking up online to make your content? Because I've seen a lot of those videos too. I mean, some channels are predicated on it. You know, like I'm thinking of stuff like Kino Casino or Pod Awful, and I don't really know how popular those channels are. Maybe Kino Casino, a lot of people watch that. But it's just making fun of people, and like I could never live like that. I mean, that kind of is a grind to just look for. I mean, it's easy to do. You just go online and you find people to trash. It costs Medicare's health, right? Like there's only so many videos where you can attack the degenerates of the internet before you get some kind of spiritual cooties from those people, from laughing at people shitting in diapers and diaper furs, and people want to have molest baby animals and all this. Is disgusting. It's a spiritual toll, but it makes me think of what's the spiritual toll that we're all you know, paying for when we have time to go online, which a lot of people, like the younger people, have more time than ever. Like you know, it's a bummed out society. Everybody wants to move in next door, and you know, it's NWO stuff, a series of small scale conflicts at all levels at all times, on all levels at all times. I remember saying that back in like early 2000s. Somebody showed me that website, Authorship for New World. Oh look, there's Dick Cheney's. So he's author of this, the Halliburton guy. And that's what they're doing. Like they want us to fight each other and hate each other. Like you know, like the synagogue of Satan, as it were, sacrificing Charlie on the Shabbat. That doesn't mean you should go out and go after and attack all the people who are Jewish. They have no idea what they're not Kabbalists. They're Jewish people. It's not it's, you know what I mean? Like that's all divide and conquer shit. They just want us to kill each other. And hate each other and fight. Like even pitting men and women against each other. How many damn thumbnails to videos do I have to see? And they are damned. How many damn thumbnails to videos do I have to see? Men and women aren't talking to each other anymore. The loneliness epidemic. And then there's videos where the women blame the men and men blame the women. And then there's videos of smart people who are saying, look, they're petting us against each other. And people still aren't getting together. Except that they are. Yeah, but the whole point is divide and conquer. And men are afraid to talk to women because they've seen those videos where the women are, you know, lashing out and no one's really approaching them. It's just like they're in a public place with their ass out and pants that are cut. Like the cut of the pants is made to show like their whole ass cheeks and everything, and everybody's pulling their pants up so everyone can see camel toe. And they say, look at these perverts, they're looking at me, and have their tits pushed together. I did this for me, not for you. You guys aren't hot enough. That guy's a pervert. He's looking at my tits. He's not the guy that I want. He's not the 6'5" asshole guy or whatever. And those guys are smart enough. They're like, I know what that is. That's an outfit for trouble. She's wearing a Halloween costume year round. That's a nightmare. That's not, everybody's looking for the same trad wife in a Little House in the Prairie dresses and sundresses or whatever that shit is. Whatever. Everybody wants the perfect virgin bride, and and it's a cosplay LARP for women nowadays. So anyway, people are burnt out, and I think that they don't know it. And it's that thing that everybody talks about. It's that dopamine, right? The dopamine, they want the dopamine hits. And then along with that comes the fear of the cortisol. So you see something that scares you and you want to wash it away. So you want to see something that you can laugh about. Or you can do the thing like with, internet lolcows and kiwi farms, even if you don't know what that is. Or what's it called, kiwi tapes now, whatever, where there's these people that you look at the TikTok cringe compilation, I'll say it like that. You look at the TikTok cringe compilation and you go, shit, at least that's not me. Or you look at it and go, shit, that's me. So then you try and make videos to recant or negate. Like a lot of people are making videos, there's no way around this. I remember years ago when I actually did comedy podcast audio only, and I put it up to the feed to get it on iTunes. Like you take your RSS feeds from SoundCloud and you take that to iTunes. You gotta have like a perfectly sized little logo, and then you show up in iTunes, and like there's like 30,000 comedy podcasts here, and I couldn't even name you 100 of the top comedians in the comedy podcast thing. I couldn't probably even name you 50 of them. I don't know. I probably could name 50 comedians. Those guys did, whatever. So everybody has a podcast now, and everybody wants to be funny, and everybody's a wit. And the simplest way is just to make tweets. It's just your words, and with the little, here's stupid, whatever your icon image is. It's a picture of my cat, or it's me with my kid on my lap. That's a great icon. Not really. And then you just say horrible things and you shit on people, and then other people see the accumulation of hate that's against them, whether it's valid or not. It's ruining people. And my life has gotten better because I've unplugged, because I don't know if I said this up front, but I have videos loaded up into February of next year. So that's like 3 a week up until next year. And I'm like, now I'm at the point where I'm just like, I'm gonna start popping in videos to fill in other days, or maybe I'll go to the end of February, or however I do with my 3 a week. But, I think I'm just gonna start putting videos in, like, here's for Tuesday, here's for Thursday. And this, maybe this will be one of those. But I wanna find a way, like, I'm looking for this content. I wanna find videos that are just funny, that are not making me feel like terrible about the fate of mankind. Like, is there anybody that's funny that's just not about our degradation? I suppose if I want to see something like that, I could just go watch like old Mr. Bean clips or something where he's got turkey stuck on his head, if you want, or Three Stooges or some shit like that. But I've seen all that stuff. So, I want to see new funny things, but a guy with a microphone is an annoying, obnoxious thing. And podcasts, comedy podcasts, and Joe Rogan, sadly, they have killed comedy. I don't care what it is. I can appreciate somebody making a video where they interject humor into whatever their content is, but a lot of stuff's just mean. Like, the most I've laughed, and I feel like I said this before in another video that'll come out at some point, that the funniest thing that I saw in a while was Alex Bot. And Alex Bot, I think, is a director of the $1 Million Extreme. He directed their stuff. And it was really mean, kind of racist special where he plays an AI robot, and he just talks about how Indian people are obsessed with scats. And it's funny, but it's mean. And I saw it a bunch of times. It's like 15 minutes. I probably watched it for 3 hours worth of time, the same 15-minute special at different points. And I laugh at it, but I'm like, damn, it's so mean. And I want to find stuff that's funny and wholesome, but like, we're being molded and shaped. I don't know that we're that wholesome anymore. And, I want to see something. That laughing is a pressure relief valve, and I can appreciate comedy talking about the state of the world, and then I'm like, yeah, it's funny and it's terrible, but you know, you laugh at it. You don't feel bad about laughing at the absurdity of our world or the horror of it or whatever. So I feel like there's a tremendous value in comedy, but I feel like there's a type of video or somebody who makes stuff that's really good and I can't find them. You know, like, I don't know who it is. And I don't know how to look for it. Like, I typed up comedy videos and I got India and Pakistan. And all the comedy videos, because there's like so many people over there. It's like one of the most, India's like one of the most, like China and India are like the most densely populated place in the world, right? They want to export their people to everywhere else and make the whole world like slums of India. So, and it's not those people's fault. It's just, that's what they're doing, whatever. So, that's not comedy. That's comedy for India. But that's, if you do a search for, I did a whole video on it. Just go watch the video. Because I know how I have it scheduled. I have Wednesday. Wednesday is comedy videos, and it's all about India and Pakistan and like jokes about poop and eating shit. And that's what everybody's saying about India. Like, that's the whole punchline of India. That was the whole Alex Bot special. But if you look up Indian comedy, it's just about them eating shit and drinking piss, and it's all mustard colored curry dumps. I'm not even kidding. Like, it's so crazy. And a woman with a yoga ball is a pregnant belly, and then they beat the shit out of a pregnant woman's stomach, and that's comedy. People falling and getting impaled, anally impaled. There's a lot of, that's Indian comedy. And then so I have that video on Wednesday, and then Friday is 4 hours of like Sam Hyde works for Peter Thiel or whatever you want to call that. It's like 4.5 hours of just, I'm not even in the video. I don't say one peep. I'm not even in it at all. It's just, here's a whole bunch of incriminating stuff about some of the only people trying to do comedy with an edge to it, except that, you know, like, think that Sam Hyde really actually hates black people. And that's not funny. I mean, maybe I'm laughing, but it's not funny when it's real. You know, and I don't know. It's just, we're bummed out, we're stressed out. They're putting pressure on us. But when I pull away from the internet and watching content, like I've been saying this for years, I like to clip grab stuff and put it in files on an external hard drive or a thumb drive, and then I watch it at my own leisure over time. And I also like that it's not time sensitive. Whatever's trending, whatever is flavor of the day, I'm usually like a step or 3 behind, and I kind of don't mind it because the world goes on anyway. And if something's happening in the world, I find out about it because everybody wants to tell you everything. So I put limits on my phone. My phone's not on all the time. I'm not always available. People know me. I'm the asshole that you have to leave a message if you want to talk to me. And it's made a lot of people not want to talk to me. They feel like I should be available whenever they want. And I'm not. And it's hurt my relationship with family. And I'm not changing it. And I love them. You know, I love people, believe it or not. It's not easy, but I do it. Begrudgingly. It's like castor oil. You just take your medicine, and it's a commandment. Love your neighbor as yourself. So I feel better about the world, and I'm less like, I'm not really a hateful guy, but let's just say that I'm less hateful. I'm less hateful because I'm not online as much. I've really pulled back, and I'm trying to find like a place for me. Like, I like to make the videos even with my shitty old camera, and I need to replace it. I need a new one. And So I'm just gonna keep going like this with my free YouTube vlogs, or whatever you want to call these. And I like to edit stuff, I like to cut things in. If I made videos on my phone, and it'd probably be quicker for me to edit them on my phone. Like, they want us to do this. That's why it's so easy to do. And everybody's an editor now, and I appreciate cool editing flourishes in videos. And you know, like, sometimes I'll laugh at just like, that's funny. Like, you see one video, maybe it's not so great, but there was that one part where there was a way that they cut a thing and put the other clip in, or they added an effect or something, and it was funny. And then people clip that, and then it becomes a thing. You know, just that little clip becomes its own little meme. And I like all this stuff, memetics, but it's changing the way we think and act in the world. And I don't know if you've noticed the way that I make videos, but it's kind of me dragging my feet, saying I'm not going to do it that way. So I'm kind of like, basically, I guess what I could call it, I said it already, I think, is just vlogging. Like, I'm kind of making vlogs. And I suppose people watch those, but also, like, they're trying to train younger people's brains so that they would not have the attention to sit down and watch that. Like, it's one thing to watch, like, Joe Rogan talk to some asshole. Like, everybody wants to attack Joe Rogan. He's just one guy. A lot of people watch him. 24 million views is like an average for a video, and if people have their whole channels made on attacking that guy. I don't watch Joe Rogan because I hate the guy, or I have malice, or whatever. I said he told people to take drugs and he's going to have to apologize because people can't handle their high. And he told everybody that, you haven't lived unless you took psychedelics or whatever. So he encourages that and sit around smoking weed for like a decade. And but I don't hate that guy. I just don't like the guests that he has on. I don't want to watch Joe Rogan because I don't care who he's talking to. It's nothing even against that guy. I used to shit on Joe Rogan all the time. I remember, like, in 2016 or something, probably, I realized I had like 26 videos shitting on Joe Rogan, and that's before everybody was hating him, and not everybody, like, now he's like the biggest podcast guy, right? And you know, all the criticisms and stuff, and they're probably valid. I don't care anymore. I don't watch that guy because I don't like his guests. I don't want to hear Terrence McKenna. I don't care about Bruce Lipton. You know, I don't care about these assholes. Or I guess he's having some comedian on. Yeah, I don't think that guy's funny. I don't want to watch it. But what about his Kill Tony and all this stuff? You know, you don't give a shit. You don't care about that shit, and it's not funny. You know that Tony Hinchcliffe is never funny. You know why I didn't like Kill Tony? When it was an audio-only podcast, when he started being friends with Joe Rogan. Isn't Tony Hinchcliffe's dad in the CIA? Just saying. He sucks. I already remember David Spade being Joan Rivers, so I don't need, you know what I mean? David Spade's still alive, and he's, you know, like Joan Rivers. I don't know how else to quantify it. So I don't need Tony Hinchcliffe going, ha 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 ha. He's not even funny. He's holding court. Go ahead, let him. People want to watch that, they can watch it. What am I talking about here? Oh yeah, so anyway, this is just what I do. I just do these vlogs, and you know, they're for who they're for. And there's something wrong with me, obviously. It's like a compulsion to make these things. I mean, if I was sharper about it, I'd probably make less videos. They'd be more specific. I would edit things out. So we know that people are willing to watch long form, just sitting and talking about whatever. There's so much of this. But, you know, I don't know, I just wanted it to be more direct and without, you know, I suppose there's a performy part about me making these videos, and that's fun for me. But I just didn't want to lose the grit that, and I haven't, because these are pretty crusty, I'm a crusty old guy making these videos, alright? And, yeah, you know, like, there's just too much, I don't know. It's hard for me to find the junky shit that I liked and that a lot of people would make fun of. And now, like, YouTube, it's all this clean, sanitized, and like antiseptic looking. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these podcast sets of popular podcasts or YouTube podcast videos, they're so sterile and antiseptic, and everything is clean and immaculate, and you have a makeup person and everything. And it's not the same thing as sitting down. And people, like, I don't watch Shane Gillis, but doesn't he just like do podcasts in his living room or something like that? That's more, I don't like him either. I don't watch him. Just because I don't think he's funny. I'm not hating the guy. But I don't know. I guess everything's available, and this is just what I do here. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say, really. Other than I stopped watching so much content, and I'm fine, and the world still's going on. And if it's ending and we're melting down, I'll know about it. But it really did my health. It really did me some good to pull away. And one of the things I started doing in the evenings, like going for a bike ride, like around sunset and stuff, and it's fun. And I'll do that as long as the weather holds out. And it did remind me of being a kid. Like if you're getting old and you know, like riding bikes. I did that when I was a kid. I used to drive all over creation, riding a bike, lifting up rocks, looking for insects and salamanders and shit like that. So now as an adult, there's something in my brain that happened when I started riding bike again that reminded me of like something of my youth. And it kind of put a little bit of life in me. So I started riding a bike with the grandkids, and it really has done me good. And there's no phone involved with that. And I've already been the guy that, like, my phone stays in a Faraday box. Like, I travel around in the car with my phone, but it's turned off and it's in a Faraday box. If I need it, it's there. You know what a Faraday box is? It's a tinfoil hat for your phone. I turned a cigar box into aluminum lined phone blocking thing. I have to show people. I've made them for other people too. I've made these like duct tape and tinfoil cases you can put your phone in, and then you fold it over, and then your phone can be on and it won't ring or anything, but if you take your phone out, you'll get, the message will be there. And I have to show people, like, look, it works. Like, just put your phone in here. And I gave, like, why do I need to sell that? But I made a bunch of them and gave them away to people. Sometimes they come back to me. Here, I don't use this. Well, just throw it the fuck away then. Whatever. I give it to somebody else. So, yeah, like this phone stuff, like you have to make a conscious effort. Like they have phrases for this. They call it go touch some grass. People make TikToks talking about how they go out in public with their Gen Z, Gen Alpha kids, and they're like, they make them go to the register to pay for shit, and the kid's like, I don't want to do it, and the kid's like afraid to go to the register. When I was growing up, like you wanted your parents to give you, like, can I do it, Dad? And then he'd be like, no, I'll do it. But like in the olden days, kids wanted to, you know, do stuff, you know, like, Dad, Dad, can I have the money and go up to the register with it? Like, that's shit that kids wanted to do in the olden days before the internet. Now they're afraid to do it. Not all of them, but some of them. Everybody wants to stay home and order stuff from China, right? Amazon's got robots to sort packages. That's just one job. And Amazon sucks. Jeff Bezos is shooting rockets up at the firmament, like Tower of Babel style shit, hoping that bloody rockets come down from heaven or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I just know that I don't know what the hell this video is. I'm just gonna like, this is just the actual podcast. I'll do whatever I want here. I guess was the point when I talked about like how to do it. You know, I have my set. I want to like add like a desk element where I'm like back a little further and I can just sit at a desk and I may have some bullshit on the desk, because the late night talk show is dead, and I've noticed that some people know that the late night talk show is dead, so they got a desk and they have it set up. They have theirs set up like a late night talk show. I'm like, yeah, do that, because fuck them, fuck those guys. Who cares what they say on 3, 6, and 10 after the news? You do that at home. Make your living room. People living with their sets. This is my artist studio. Like, this set is up all the time. It's just curtains. I push it out of the way and let sun come in and everything. But I like doing it. Everybody wanted to have a show, right? So this is mine. Talking out into the ethers. Me and you and Lily Shoo Shoo. And soundtrack by Sal Yu. And you don't even know what the hell any of that means, probably. So, yeah, you know, this is my vlog, and it's just one of those videos like you hear from people every now and then. Hey, maybe turn the computer off, don't watch any more alarming videos. You'll know when the world's ending and we're all getting melted down like ice cream. Or, you know, when the next time they're making us take poison by gunpoint and telling us that the dogs are security dogs so that the children will be relaxed. Except if the kids try to run out of line, those dogs are trained to tear them to pieces. True. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. I would like to be able to come up with stuff that's funny without being necessarily like social commentary, even though I appreciate social commentary comedy, like where somebody makes like a fake commercial or like funny memes. I like all the same shit as anybody else. I'm not wired different than anybody else, but you know, this is the video that I have for today, and I wanted it to be more just like sitting down and talking instead of being focused on a specific thing, except that the focus for this video is kind of like, yeah, maybe just don't watch anything for a week and see how you feel better. You probably do your heart some good. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's good that there are, you know, like a lot of things in life, like they don't, you know, like I can't be online, I have to do a thing. That's great. But then when we do have that time, you know, like I was thinking of like looking forward to my evenings. I'm like, I want to go look videos. And then I do, and it's just like daily slop. It's just always mocking or making fun of people or group of people. Like one of the videos I want to watch, and it's just making fun of India. And I knew that they were weird and gnarly. I've been to the ashrams of gurus, and their religious shit is weird. And you know, they have gurus. I think a lot of people say the age of the guru is dead. No, it's coming back. It's never went anywhere. The guru is everywhere now. They just call themselves shamans or witch talk. Everybody's a guru. Guru just meant you just decided that you were some kind of leader, and if you could get people to follow you, then that's good. Believe in whatever the hell you want, except that it's horrible. So, you know, they came over here in the 1960s, the Indian gurus. They came over to the shores of America, and they just said a bunch of bullshit. And you know, that opened up the New Age movement. Now literally they want to bring India everywhere because there's so many people in India, and they're like, we want everybody to eat poop and have rape gangs and everything. Indian rape gangs. We want to taint everything with the mud people, whatever you fuck you want to say. And they're just people. They're not, you know, they don't. It's just bringing a destroyed, ruined culture to everyone. It's just part of divide and conquer, but also it's part of like getting everybody to go along with this. You see, all religions are the same. Jesus is just throw him in the soup. It's coexist bumper sticker. That's where they want to lead us. They want to lead us to how do we get to Star Trek Rand Corporation paid for space communism. Coexist bumper sticker. You didn't realize that when you talk about harbingers of the final apocalypse or whatever, it's that coexist bumper sticker. That's the thing to look out for. That all the religions are the same, and that we all have the same striving to a higher purpose or a higher power, except that we live in a divine patriarchy, and it's Father, Son, Holy Spirit. It has nothing to do with the pantheon of Hindu demons and eating poo-poo and having caca throwing festivals and all this shit. No offense to Indian people who are monitoring these videos, or Indian bots or whatever. So yeah, I just wanted to complain again, I guess. So this is whatever it is. I don't think anybody should see this. I make a lot of videos that never go up. This is probably one of those, but hey, if you're seeing this, I'm sorry. But maybe you should turn the computer off. So if you got anything out of this meandering, it's not even a rant. Am I really ranting about anything? I just said mud people. Yeah, you know. That used to be a toy line I'm old enough to remember there used to be a toy line where there was there was these figures, and they were called mud people because they were made out of red clay, and they were really kind of racist. And you could just buy them. They're like little babies of people doing normal everyday tasks from life, and they're made out of clay, so they're called the mud people. And these little clay babies, and I don't know what the hell I'm saying. So, you know, thanks for watching my lifestyle vlog. Maybe you should turn the fucking computer off. Pray to God. It's Jesus.
I thought that was a bit gay, for starters. Well, hey, who am I to judge? I'm gonna come clean with everybody. I'm gay.
I'm